Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about some big words from Raphinha in which he did contemplate an exit from Barcelona last summer and how he reflects on that decision to stay. We're going to be talking about that. And then as well giving you guys an update in regards to Pau Cubarsí, what's the latest in regards to his injury. And then lastly, I do want to be giving you guys an update in regards to some transfer valuations from some certain Barcelona players. We've been seeing some jumps and we've been seeing some drops. And so we're going to be looking at all that on today's video. But guys, as always, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. And as well, the link to become a member is posted down below. That way you guys can have access to exclusive icons, badges, access to the Discord server, and as well access to the videos a little bit early. But guys, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's talk about Raphinha and his relationship with Hansi Flick, because this is what proved pivotal in his decision to stay at the club, as he has once considered leaving the club. And this was absolutely huge. These are the words from Raphinha. He said, "My post-Copa America period was very turbulent. Every day there was news that was going one way or the other, and I was also considering leaving Barcelona because it was something I didn't feel comfortable with personally. Things weren't working out. I had a season that wasn't up to par, and I saw people asking me to leave, that I wasn't good enough for the club, and every day there were news that you were leaving. I ended up considering it." He says, "After the Copa America, Hansi called me and told me to show up for training before making any decisions, that he wanted to talk and was counting on me. That was an important factor in the decision to stay. When I talked to my wife, I told her that if he was a fair guy and saw the players' performances in training, I would give him a week to like me as a player and that he wouldn't regret it. I think it worked." He says, "I think it's all a combination. If the team isn't doing well, there's no way for the individual to show up. That's a fact. We had a good season since the beginning, and the individual performances end up showing up. Not just me, but other Barcelona players are sitting out. But the most important thing is the team. That's the most important factor. So the individual performances automatically show up." And right there, he talked about, his contemplation about leaving the team. He talked about, how Hansi Flick had an impact in him staying with the club, and even talked, about how his performance overall in the Hansi Flick system. And these are some key quotes from Raphinha because, he did give insight in what was a very difficult time for him because, we've talked about Raphinha's first couple of months in Barcelona, where he also mentioned how it was very difficult. He was struggling to adapt. He wasn't showing the best level. He was coming off of the bench. And in last summer, where the whole Nico Williams saga and debacle, it was running about, a lot of Barcelona fans, even me including, were campaigning for Nico Williams to come to the club. And Raphinha, he saw that as, hey, Barcelona, they want to kick me out. Some people don't want me to leave and everything. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I was one of those people who said, hey, if a good offer comes to Raphinha, I'm willing to accept that. But thank goodness that Raphinha, he held firm and he stayed at Barcelona. Thank goodness that Hansi Flick, he spoke to Raphinha and say, hey, come to training first, and then from there let's make a decision, because we've generally been seeing arguably the best player in the world so far this season under Hansi Flick. He's been absolutely outstanding. He's scoring tons of key goals, grabbing a ton of assists, and he's impacting Barcelona in every single big match. He is absolutely pivotal, and he's been, absolutely world-class and genuinely fighting for that Ballon d'Or. And he even talks about his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or. He says, "I try not to focus on that. I tried to do what I did when I started the season with focus and goals. I try to maintain that focus, that goal. Obviously, I have personal goals. I try to achieve them. And to be quite honest, the Ballon d'Or was not a personal goal. Those goals are goals, assists, winning titles with Barcelona and with the national team. When things are going well at the club and with the national team, it is natural for the individual to stand out. The fact that I am named as one of the favorites to win the Ballon d'Or is already a victory after everything I have been through in my career. Just being there is already a victory. It is something I try not to focus on. I focus on football, game after game, training session after training sessions." And, it's absolutely outstanding where Raphinha is coming from, because he's been in a place where things have been very difficult for him. Guys, just keep in mind he came from Leeds, a team fighting relegation, and now he is the top of the elite level of football, and he is just showing absolutely fantastic levels, and he is improving in so many different aspects, not only on the pitch but also off the pitch. His leadership, he's becoming a leader for both the Brazilian national team and for Barcelona, and his performance, they are reflecting that. He even talks about his journey in Brazil. He talks about the leadership in the national team. He says, "I'm a guy who hates to lose. I don't like losing in soccer, video games, at home. I don't know. It's a bad feeling I have, and it's what got me to where I am. Always wanting more, wanting to win, wanting to improve. One way or another, those who come up end up noticing this. Just like I saw other players with the will to win, with their eyes on them, with the bad feeling of not winning. We observe when they arrive. We see the older ones, how they behave. I know that in some way I'm a mirror for some, and I try to make them look at me and see something positive. This will to want more, to improve, to adapt, and to win. The will to win is the most important thing in soccer. If you leave a game where you lost or drew happy, you don't feel soccer the way you should." And right there, I don't think he's saying soccer, I think he's saying football, but that's just the English translation. But I absolutely love this winning mentality, this hunger from Raphinha, and you genuinely see that every single time he's out there out on the field. Every single ball, he's sprinting towards it. He's just showing so much dedication, so much effort, and I absolutely love that from Raphinha. And Raphinha is generally becoming one of my favorite players in this Barcelona team. And I thank Hansi Flick for all the work that he put into keeping Raphinha as well. Because if Raphinha was to leave, last summer, we were in to bring in Nico Williams, I don't think Barcelona, they would be in the situation or in the position that we are this season. Raphinha has been that vital and that key to Barcelona's success so far. And I'm absolutely grateful for Raphinha making that decision to stay. And hopefully Raphinha, he can stay for many, many more years and just show, what he has been, cultivating throughout his career, because he's been absolutely fantastic. And moving on now, guys, I want to be talking about Pau Cubarsí, because Pau Cubarsí, it has been official. He has left the Spanish national team training camp. He is no longer part of the international Spanish team squad because of that, small little strain that he did pick up in his ankle. He is no longer accompanying the squad. He has returned to Barcelona, and things are all good so far. Nothing serious or anything worrisome is happening. But if all goes according to plan, he will be able to play against Osasuna. And right now, more tests are going to be carried out just to see the extent of that injury. If he is ready to play against Osasuna, then he will play. But if not, then he will just play in the next game. But no risks are going to be taken in regards to Pau Cubarsí. He's an absolutely vital piece of that squad. And some very good news in regards to Pau. That injury, that sprain, nothing too serious. And he will be able to return very shortly. And the last piece of news I did want to discuss with you guys today is in regards to market valuations of the Barcelona team. Now, there has been some changes, notably Pedri. Pedri has gone up from previously worth 100 million to worth 120 million, a 20 million market value increase. You also saw some increases from Gerard Martin, previously at 5 million to now 7.5, and as well from Alejandro Balde, previously at 50 million and now at 60 million. Some improvement right there. And some negatives are obviously, Christensen being out for 8 months or so. His market value has dropped 5 million from 20 to 15, and Eric Garcia as well, dropping from 18 million to 15. And most notably, you have Gavi dropping from 80 to 70. That's because of that injury and that extent. But interesting to see how the market valuations of some players, they do shift around. Another market valuation that obviously has been negatively impacted is that of Ansu Fati. He was previously worth 10 million euros, but now he's worth 5 million. And if that is his market valuation, that opens up the doors for a lot of different teams. And, that's just that's nothing we're going to be getting for Ansu Fati, basically. If Ansu Fati leaves Barcelona, he's basically going to be living on a free, and that's absolutely insane. Knowing that Manchester United and some other teams, they came in with some huge offers for Ansu Fati when he first emerged onto the scene. Imagine taking, one of those offers in the past. Imagine what we could be doing with that money. But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below in the comments of what do you guys make of the words from Raphinha, because it was very insightful. He spoke about his consideration his decision on whether to leave or stay at Barcelona, and how that decision could have impacted us, who knows? And guys, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Avanza.